Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking about the 1923D peace dollar, going over its values, but more importantly, its history for this specific date, because there's a lot of date and mint mark specific history, as well as just in general. Then we'll detail a lot of the VAMs, or VAM varieties, basically, that will make the coins worth a lot more money. So they're little things to look for that can make a $100 coin maybe double or triple that. And then we'll also talk about mint errors at the end, but we're going to start here. This coin is obviously silver, a silver dollar. It started after a competition emerged where they wanted to redo the silver dollar from the Morgan design, and they commemorated peace following the conclusion of World War I. It was also in part the mintages were high at the beginning to fulfill orders for the Pittman Act, which was directing a lot of silver to go to Britain because they needed to show that they had silver to back their currency. There had been a lot of rumors in their colonies spread by the Germans in World War I that they couldn't do that. So there was sort of a little confidence crisis in their coinage. And they made the coins from 1921 to 1928, again in 34 and 35. And they struck a bunch of peace dollars in 1964, but when they were really clear that the coins were just going to be used for collectors and to make a few people a lot of money who would resell them, they melted all of them back down, and the rest is history. Now for 1923D, it's the second highest Denver mint mintage behind, I would presume, the 1922D, which was the previous year and the first year they did the coins in Denver. They generally have pretty weak strikes towards the centers of the coins. So Mint State 65, which is really like a nice Mint State copy, those are pretty challenging to see. They are pretty inconsistent in terms of their luster. Sometimes it's quite frosty, other times it's sort of chromy, and other times it's maybe satiny. There's just a lot of inconsistency with this coin, a lot of die cracks, and it at first was one of the key dates. People thought that it was quite rare, but after a little more time, it was really clear that this was not a rare coin, just that there's some premium for ones in uncirculated condition, which you can see here. There's 6,811,000 made, so again, second highest Denver mint mintage. They are not abnormally expensive in XF and AU, but again, Mint State 63 for like a common date 1923 coin is like a 70 coin. Here it's $235. A nice jump in Mint State 64 to $400, goes to $1,300 in Mint State 65, and then up to $3,000 and $120,000 as you get higher along those grade spectrums. Which is a pretty nice increase. These coins were often stored in bags. They'd clink around a lot, and plus having some striking inconsistencies mixed in makes it very challenging to get a good value. Now this one, I'm only doing the VAMs that are in the Elite 30 or the top 50 lists, but this is a reverse rim cud. You can see it right here. This cud sort of cracking through E and R in America. Only one auction result showed $100 in AU details, meaning that you'd probably get significantly more if it wasn't. The cuds are pretty popular and can be tough to come by. Here we've got some extra hair varieties. You can see sort of all through here, there's these die cracks running around, maybe bordering on slight cuds, but a lot of die cracks in the hair. Again, part of the Elite 30, not much in the way of price history, just because there's only 6 certified and no auction results, but a nice premium here as well. Yeah, you can really see that up in all through the hair. Then here we've got the Ponytail variety, which is again focused on the hair on the front of the coin. You can see the cracks running above through sort of the ponytail again, or where the hair is concentrated, and then sort of forming a ponytail running down below. $175 for an AU coin instead of like 30 or 40. Mint State 61's a $400 find. And then we've got this top 50. It's this time you're going to be looking at the back again, the doubled eagle head, but really you can see it in a doubled shoulder wing on the eagle, as well as really nice split parts of the leaves down below in terms of the doubling. You can see those sort of shelving right through the bottom there. So in AU 55, it's a $100 coin. Mint State 63 is $500, and Mint State 65 is $1,400. So some really solid values there, though not huge changes for the 65 range. But any doubling you want to look, you can look at coins that are already certified as well to see if there's something sticking out. Now, this one is a reverse struck through. These are the mint errors. There's only one 1923D that I could find, but you can see right here, something came between the die and the planchet when they were striking, and this amer basically got the as well as the of gets struck through. It's been well circulated down to a low AU range, sold for $130. And then there's also this die adjustment strike. These two are from the S Mint, but when they are striking the coins, they have to get the pressure right, so they experiment, and this is the result. It's not a really circulated coin. It just didn't have the proper pressure at striking. This sold for about $5,300. And then this one was a detached lamination flap error, where there was some impurity in the coin. Sold for $220 and had circulated, but you can see that flap sort of all the way hanging off of the coin. Often that would be fully missing. But just some interesting things to go through. Really, I think the VAMs are fascinating, as well as the specific history for the coin. Good luck, finding some of the VAMs, and glad that you can understand the specific history quite a bit better. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.